Yeah, and when I find myself, because I come from a place where I used to have to do things on my own, I was always quiet. I was always, always contemplating what is my next move, what am I going to do, how am I going to make it, am I going to be able to eat, am I going to have clothes, what do I have to do? And see, today, it's not all about I, it's about we. Because I told my SO today, I take our American Indian movement bylaws very seriously, when it states that the people, the elders, the children, the people eat first, and we eat after they eat. I take that very seriously today. And those are just a part of the things that I have been able to understand about myself, that I have that ability to let my people go before me and not me before them. Because today, I am a giver, I'm not a taker.
Can you all hear me out there? Okay, my name is Debbie Austin. My maiden name was Segoviano. My father was part Spanish. His father came over, his grandfather came over with 4 other brothers from Segovia, Spain, and they landed down in the Yucatan. And there he met a Mayan woman, married this Mayan woman, native person, not from Spain. So my father's father was Mayan and Spanish. And then my father's father went up into the northern Mexico, met a full-blood Aztec woman, married her. Therefore, my father was half Aztec, quarter Mayan, and quarter Spanish. I bring this out because when my father married my mother, he went up into Hutchinson, Kansas, met my mother. She was Kickapoo, second fox in Iowa, and a little French. Okay, so the thing is that when we were growing up, me and my little sister and the rest of my sisters, we watched our father beat our mother constantly. He choked her, and we were so scared he was going to kill her. He had this attitude that Indians were really bad. And he beat her, put her down all the time about her being Indian. With her negative. And here he was all this time, 3/4 Indian, his mother and grandmother. But they learned this disrespect for the Indian people through the Spanish blood. I feel really bad about this because as I grew up, only hearing the negative things from my family, from my own family, and then going to the Saturday afternoon movies and seeing all the cavalry come in and kill all the Indians, the bad, evil Indians. I only heard negative. So I grew up feeling very negative about myself as an Indian person. I asked my father and mother, although my mother was very proud of who she was, she told us her history and said she was proud of who she was. She didn't let our father get her down. But the thing was that the damage had been done with myself and my younger sister. And I was very negative about myself. I had a lot of anger. I asked my father and mother, if you knew it was so bad to be an Indian, why on earth did you have children and bring them into such a miserable world where people hated us and didn't want us around? I really felt that way. And I was 16 years old when my mother and father took me out to Kansas on a Kickapoo reservation. And I stayed in the car, except when I just had to go to the bathroom. But I wouldn't get out and go in the restaurants with them because I was afraid people would make us leave. So I went through this in my teens. I experienced the negative things of going to a white high school. I think there were about 3 Indian people, and it was very negative. Finally, the dean of girls called me in and told me that I had to leave because I didn't have, my parents didn't pay tuition for me. So I didn't go on to high school or to graduation. I just took it, and my parents took it because they didn't know any better. I look back now and I think, well, I wish I could have known about a school like Chemawa. But then in the 1960s, I don't know what the situation was for Chemawa. It might have been better, a lot better to be with other Native peoples. Not feel so bad about being brown. Not feel so bad about having straight black hair. Because this is permanent now. But I still don't feel bad about it. I just had to find some way to fix my hair. But the thing was is that, okay, I went through negative eras, and as I got older, I started drinking because the only one I thought I was hurting was white society. I had a lot of anger for them. So if I drank, and if I was as bad as I could be, then it wasn't really hurting them, it was hurting myself. But at the time when you're young and you're angry, and you're feeling negative, then you're going to go out and hurt yourself. This is why I look at the young people today, here, and I feel like we've got to get past this somehow. I've got to help them, I've got to be there. I've been trying to be on a volunteer status. So far I haven't. I was 1 year, and now I'm trying again. Because I like to work with my husband, because I want to try to get these kids past these negative feelings. And they're still going on. I didn't get past this until I met my husband. I went through three other marriages. Then I met Warner out in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, of all places. I've been on a long journey. And anyway, when I met him and I went to the Indian Center there, and there's so many good things that I heard about being Indian. I was 33 years old. And I started hearing all these positive things. And I saw how many people wanted so bad to be Indian. And I'm glad. I mean, you know, sometimes I hear people say, oh, they're white, they just want to be Indian, and they're wannabes, you know, but I don't think it's better. I'm glad for them that they like us, and want to be part of us, be part of what, you know, what's something good and positive. Because it's better than being hated for who we are. And believe me, there's still a lot of people out there who feel very negative about us. They still call us wagon burners, savages, and drunkards, drunk Indians, and all these things, all the negatives, but we can't let it get past them. We can't let them win. That's ignorance. It's just really ignorant. And if we buy into it, then we are letting that destroy us, destroy our children. I just wanted to say